are you doing? How are you doing? So the first tip from me is try to get used to Jinglish. But by Jinglish, I'm not talking about like gomen sorry or like chota minute. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about katakana in general. Because sometimes the pronunciations are different, or like the meanings are different. For example, beer, virus, energy. In Japanese, in Chinglish, we don't sound like that. We sound like biru, uirusu, energy, beer, biru, virus, virus, energy, energy. So we sound very different. So that's kind of tricky. I mean, that's really tricky, I think. Also, like one of the biggest features of Japanese language, I believe, is you can always, basically always, like skip the subjects in the sentences. For example, like when you're talking about yourself. Okay, so for example, me, I'm introducing myself. When I'm introducing myself, I don't have to say 私の名前はハッタクです。私はハッタクです which means my name is Hattaku. I'm Hattaku, respectively. And so what I can do is Hattaku des. It's basically like Hattaku. Why? Because it's obvious, right? I'm talking about myself, and probably I'm talking about my name, like, introducing. So why would you have to say my name is or I am? That's how we think. As a native speaker, when you repeat something that is obvious already, I'd be like, how to say, like, it's kind of too much. So when you can abbreviate the subject in a sentence, just do it. Just abbreviate it. That's it. Very simple. In terms of being fluent, like completely, of course, you have to kind of master kanji. But if you want to sound a bit more like a bit better or something, you don't have to master kanji at all. At all. Cause like this is crazy. This is crazy, but I was born and raised in Japan. But even for me, there's tons of kanji that I can't even read. Not like write. I cannot even guess how to read. So now you can tell how hard it is to master kanji. Kanji. Master kanji. I mean, um, you can't. You just cannot. You just cannot, because there's lots of kanji that we no longer use. So we are kind of trying to simplify because it's easier, right? The basics, but you don't have to worry too much because even for me, there's lots of kanji that I don't read. You have to say sorry, excuse me, a lot, which I believe you don't do if in English, right? Like saying sorry is kind of big deal, right? But in Japanese, we always say sorry, like ah, すいません, ごめんなさい, ごめんなさい, like all the time. Ah, ごめんごめんごめん. Like sorry, 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 stuff like that. We use sorry kind of too much. Like for example, even as like the meaning of thanks, we can use sorry or excuse me. Like, oh, like thank you for giving this present. Like I really appreciate it. Thank you. In that kind of conversation, you can say, あーこんなものいただいて本当ありがとうございます。本当もうなんか気遣わしてしまってすみません。Like, oh yeah, I really appreciate like how you care about me. But you can say like, 本当すみません。本当ありがとうございます。Like it's so weird to me, kind of like at this point. But yeah, that's how it is. Close your books. Close your textbooks. Close them. Close them and do something that you are interested in Japanese. Because you shouldn't speak written Japanese. You cannot learn like real, like authentic, like daily conversational Japanese from only from textbooks. That's not like how we learn conversations. For example, to me, I watch a lot of TV shows. I listen to podcasts. I watch movies, and I read like stuff like that. And I talk with my friends, of course, which is very very important. Do something that you like in Japanese. Like don't think too much. Like, it doesn't always have to be too academic. You can just read, you can watch something, you can listen to some podcasts, and yeah, you can watch anime. I love anime. Anime is great. So try to do something in Japanese. Do not only learn Japanese language, use it. Anyways, what is most important is enjoy it. Enjoy your learning. Good luck.